Hello student, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss here about the next topic of chapter 9, ray optics and optical instrument. The topics which we will discuss today is about refraction and refractive index and lateral displacement and their formula, and after that we will talk here about total internal reflection. Point clear? So see, when we start my lecture, I will start this lecture from the definition of refraction. As you know that what is the meaning of refraction? The phenomena of bending of light when it goes from one medium to another medium is called refraction. Before this we were discussing about the topic reflection and their subtopics which is related to the reflection, but here we will talk about refraction. So see here, as I told you, refraction, it is a phenomena of bending of light when it goes from one medium to another. Okay, see, when we talk about here medium, in some books in place of medium, media is there written. So medium means that as you have different medium, you know, air, water, glass and many more. So these are the mediums which have their own optical density, okay, which will decide which medium is denser, which medium is rarer. So optical density we have device, optical, so we have two terms, optical density and refractive index. In this point, refractive index. So student, when we think about optical density, as we know that refraction is a phenomena of bending of light. So when the light goes from one medium to other medium, suppose here from air to water light is going, so that time when the light goes from one medium to another, means air to water, it will bend toward the normal or away the normal. It will totally depend on optical density and also the refractive index of the medium. So basically when we think about the bending of light, it depends on optical density. If suppose medium is more denser than the previous medium, that time what happened, the light will bend toward the normal, as you know that. And if suppose the second medium is lighter or rarer than the first, it will move away from the normal, as you know that. So we have two terms, optical density and refractive index, and optical density implies the bending of light. If the density is greater, bending is more. If the density is lower, bending is less. And next, refractive index. Refractive index is a characteristic property of a medium which depends on the nature of the medium and also the wavelength and color of the medium. When light goes from one medium to another medium, listen carefully, the wavelength as well as the color, when we have the wavelength, suppose the color, as you know that it is the visible range of light which is called Vibgyor, and you know that each individual color has their own specific wavelength. So when this white light, and this is made by white, means when the sunlight, as we know, sunlight or the light which is known as normally white light, which contain 7 colors which are in visible pattern, and after red and below violet they have also different radiation which is called ultraviolet radiation and infrared radiation. So here we are focusing about the Vibgyor pattern. When this white light goes from one medium to another medium, according to the wavelength of the light, or you can say according to the wavelength of each individual color, the light ray will bend when it goes from denser medium to rarer medium, or rarer medium to denser medium. Whose wavelength is very small, it will bend more, and whose wavelength is very large, it will bend less. You all have discussed this point in the term of dispersion of light through a glass prism in class 10th. So here we can say once again the definition of refractive index. It is the characteristic property of medium which depends on the wavelength and color of the light. After that, here when we talk about the mathematical definition of refractive index, it is noted by n in some books, or it is noted by mu. Point clear? So when we write here about the refractive index, so refractive index you can define it is the ratio of speed of light. When the light ray goes from one medium to another medium, speed of light in first medium to speed of light in second medium. Point clear, student? So this speed of light in second medium. This is the definition of refractive index. And if suppose V1 is the speed of light in first medium and V2 is the speed of light in second medium, that time we can write this refractive index formula is equals to V1 upon V2. And on the basis of this formula we can write this refractive index, because light is going from one medium to another medium. So it means that this refractive index is called relative refractive index, because here we have two mediums other than vacuum. So we will see when the light goes from one medium to another medium. I am discussing the all things in rough way. See here, when the light goes from one medium to another medium, here 1 second we have two medium and light is bending toward the normal. It means that you already know about this condition, that the light is going from rare to denser medium. So here this bending depends on optical density, and how much it bend means what will be the speed of. Here you can say, once again I am repeating this, optical density is when the light goes from one medium, the bending of light, or you can say how much amount of light or how much light will bend toward the normal depends on this optical density. And second, what will be the speed of the light in second medium when it goes with the given speed in first medium, and after that the refractive index, second, this medium has some refractive index with respect to this medium. So that time we can easily calculate the speed of light in second medium. So in formula terms we can write n is equals to V1 upon V2, and listen student, this n will be changed. So here we can use the term, because light is going from one medium to another medium. As you know that we have two type of refractive index. First is, see, refractive index two type. We have refractive index. First is absolute refractive index. Second is relative refractive index. So which type of refractive index formula is this? See here, when the light goes from vacuum to any medium, when the light will go, that time the refractive index of any medium with respect to vacuum is called their absolute refractive index. But when the light will go from any medium, means one medium to another medium, we have two medium other than vacuum, one medium to another medium, so that time the refractive index is called relative refractive index, because light is going from one specific medium which is other than vacuum to another. Point clear? So on the basis of these two definition I can write the formula. On the basis of this I can write absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index definition I told you orally. So it is denoted by n, or sometime it is denoted by mu, and it is equals to speed of light in vacuum, which is equals to c, and speed of light in medium, which is supposed to be v. So here c is the speed of light in vacuum. You know that it is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second, and this one may be less than the vacuum. And here the vacuum refractive index is equals to 1. Now practically we can consider air as a vacuum. So the refractive index of air is near about 1.0003. So it is almost equal to 1. That's why I'll take it there air as a, sometimes we'll take air as a vacuum. So this is our absolute refractive index. And relative refractive index, if we talk about this, so it is noted by suppose N21 or sometimes N12, or you can write mu21 or sometimes mu21, sorry 12. And after that in some books you can see this value is given by 1n2 or 2n1 or 1 mu2 2 mu1. You can see the formula for relative refractive index out of these four. Here see, when we think about the terms, what is the meaning of N21? This N21 is equals to 1n2, or you can write in place of this mu21 or 1 mu2. So we can say the definition of this, what implies this? So here we can say refractive index of second medium or media with respect to first medium. This is the meaning of this. And on the other hand, when we write about this or this, so it will be refractive index of first with respect to second medium. Clear? So this is the meaning of N21 and N12. And I hope you know about the law of refraction, so that I have taken the all thing in short way or shortcut form in front of you. But I will revise the law of reflection once again in your 12th standard. Law of refraction. Everybody knows about the law of refraction and what is the phenomena of refraction and basic things about this. So we have two laws. We know that first, what it is. First, suppose this is our air and this is the medium which is called water, and light is going from, as we have done here, it is a normal with respect to which we will measure angle of incident and angle of refraction. So when the light goes from one medium to another medium, as we know that which is more denser out of these two, water is denser, so it is denser medium, and it is rarer medium we have. So when the light goes from rarer to denser, it bends toward the normal. You know that according to the definition of mediums or condition of the medium, bending of the light when it goes from rare to denser or denser to rare. You all have discussed these things in your class 10th standard, and this is basic, that's why I am leaving. So here see what I am saying. So when the light goes from one medium to another medium, this light is called incident ray, incident ray, and another is called refracted ray. Point clear? This is called refracted ray. So when the light goes from one medium to another, so here and this part is called normal. Point clear? So this is the separating medium, this is the surface which is separating the medium, means the surface which separate the two medium here. Listen carefully student, it is called interface, not separating medium, interface. Point clear? Interface is a medium, or you can say the medium basically which separate the two, or interface is the surface which separate the two mediums, air, when the light goes from one medium to another medium, means it is interconnecting surface whose upper part connected with the first medium and lower is connected with second medium. So that's why it's called interface. Now see, first law we know about incident ray, refracted ray and normal, all three lie on same plane in same point, suppose it is O. And when we talk about the second one is that second one is this, the sine of angle of incident, the ratio of the sine of angle of incident and sine of refraction sin I by sin r is equal to constant. And after this, the Snell tell about this. This constant is equals to the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So the modified form of this is called Snell's law. So it is our Snell's law. Snell's law, he said this constant sin I over sin r, which is I told you constant. So this constant is equals to the refractive index of second medium in which light is going from the first medium. Point clear? So if the light is moving from first to second medium, so that time this constant is equal to N21, means relative refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. But if the suppose light is going from second medium to first medium, that time suppose light path of light is reversed, that time it will be equal to N12. Point clear? So this is the difference between the representation of this. So here this is our Snell's law. But here student, we have one more law about refraction, means which is under the law of refraction. When the light goes from one medium to another medium, when the light ray goes from one medium to another medium, its frequency, phase remain same, but wavelength and means wavelength and color, wavelength basically, wavelength and velocity changes. As I told you, in case of refractive index, the velocity in second medium is different from the first medium due to the refractive index. So that's why, but the frequency remain same. Remember this point. This is also comes in law of refraction point. This is the third law of refraction. So if we think about the relation between the refractive index, velocity and wavelength, so for that we can use a ray in the term of transversal wave. So in term of transversal wave, if I will see, we will see here the 2 points A and B in which we can see the single, means if we are talking here about one refraction, one rotation, or you can say if we are talking here about, if we are talking about one complete revolution, as we know that in complete revolution the distance between two crease or two trough is called lambda, and the time taken for this distance is called capital T, which is our time period, and here the speed of light by which it is going in a medium, it is noted by supposed to be v. So that time we will use speed is equals to, by this formula, speed is equals to distance over time, speed is equal to distance over time. So we have speed is equals to v and distance we have in one revolution, it is noted by lambda. You know the all things from your class 10th standard, 9th standard, sorry. So here v time is a capital T. So by adjusting this, we know that 1 upon t, time period, reciprocal of time period is called frequency. So I will write this one, lambda 1 upon t is equals to f. So you can write f lambda. Or if you want to write in place of f, you want to show the frequency by n, you can show n lambda. Or any other, if you want to show this frequency by mu symbol, you can write here mu lambda. It depends totally on you. I will use this one, mu lambda. Point clear? This is the relation between the speed, wavelength and frequency of the medium. So after that we will discuss here about Now see the next point. After the discussion about the refractive index, I will continue the topic of refractive index and I will show you how the formula will come, which is equals to V1 upon V2. So student, see here, when we continue the topic refractive index, see, as we know that relative refractive index N21, which from the definition which I have written here, it is equals to V1 over V2, but initially when we want to write this N21, it is the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So I can use N2 by N1. This is the basic meaning of N21, or if you want to write here N12, so it will equals to N1 over N2. So in term of velocity, when we want to show this formula, I will use the term absolute refractive index. So see here, N1 is representing us refractive index of first medium. It means that when we are measuring the refractive index of any medium, it means that we are measuring, or we are saying about the absolute refractive index of that medium. So N1 means that here, if I think about this N1, so we can write absolute refractive index of first medium, index of first medium with respect to you know that when I have used the term absolute refractive index, it is already understood with respect to medium. Point clear? With respect to which medium? Vacuum. So similarly, N2 is absolute refractive index of second medium. Point clear? So if we are thinking about this velocity of light in first medium, supposed to be here the velocity of light, if suppose speed of light here in first medium, it is given by speed of light, it is given by V1. So that time N1 can be represented as C upon V1, because here if we are saying it is absolute refractive index of first medium, it means that light is coming from vacuum to that medium. So it is equals to N1 is equals to C over V1. Similarly, the same condition I will use for this. It is equals to C over V2. Now student, see N21, as I told you, it is equals to N2 over N1, and if you want to write the formula of N2, which is equals to C over V2, and this is C over V1, and by adjusting this one you will get V1 over V2. This is the common formula of which V1 over V2, which is absolute refractive index, sorry, reflective index in first medium with second medium with respect to first medium, by using the formula of absolute refractive index of second medium and first medium. Point clear? This is one of the relation which is in front of you. Now after the discussion about refractive index and this case, here we will talk about when the light goes from one medium to another medium. As I told you, light is bending toward the normal, but what happens when the light will pass through a glass slab? It means that when the light is going from one medium to another medium and at last in their initial medium, means when the light goes initially from rare to denser, means suppose here we will discuss about the refraction of light through a glass prism, in which you will see it is a glass having some thickness, suppose T. So in case of this, I will take here one normal, suppose this medium is air, this is glass, and once again light will come back in their initial medium, which is again air. So when we think about this, as I told you, light is always follow its nature, means it will move in straight path. When light goes from air to glass, it will bend toward the normal. So after that, what happen in this interface? This is our interface 1, which is supposed to be A. If I am not using A, B, C, D, I will use here X, Y, X, Y and x dash and y dash. Suppose these two we have interface which is separating the two medium, air and glass, air and glass. Point clear, student? So when the light goes from air to glass, I R, this is angle of incident, angle of refraction. And here once again at this point, if I will draw again what a normal, then we will see light should follow this path according to this. You can draw this diagram by scale and pen, it will appear fine. So see, as I told you this condition, so light will bend away the normal because it is going from glass to air, means here the light will go from denser medium to rare medium. Suppose it is I1, R1, I2 suppose, and R2. Point clear, student? So see the actual direction of light, you can draw, I am repeating it, you can draw this diagram by your own, it is rough pattern of this. So this is what, this is the actual direction, means incident ray direction, incident ray direction, and this is our emergent ray, emergent ray, emergent in the sense because it is again reback in their initial medium from this glass. So here when we think about this, these two rays, we will observe that these two rays are parallel to each other. If the direction of incident ray is parallel to the direction of emergent ray, when the light goes from one medium to another medium and again from that other medium to the same medium, means refraction through a glass prism, or you can say this condition, principle of reversibility also, you can include this condition in principle of reversibility. So when the light will go in this condition, suppose it is a glass slab having some thickness T, and here we will calculate one formula which is called lateral displacement, and later on we will discuss about next. So here if you will use this perpendicular up to this point, so here as I told you the distance between these two rays, one is emergent and other is incident, is constant. So this distance is called lateral displacement because it is the shortest distance which is equal in both of the rays, so it will be constant. So this is called a lateral displacement, and I will suppose if I will draw this lateral displacement diagram from here, because to calculate the value of lateral displacement I will use this. So this is the triangle, suppose this is pointer O point, this is supposed to be O dash, and this one is L, O, and I will extend this triangle. Now I am calculating lateral displacement formula. So point clear? So I will use some, see here, so lateral displacement, it is shortest distance which is constant always between the emergent ray and original direction of incident ray when the ray passes through rectangular. Here I am taking rectangular. It's the same condition you will observe when the light goes from different medium. Rectangular glass slab of given thickness, because after using this thickness I will get the value of lateral displacement. So point clear, student? So see, from the given diagram you can see D is our lateral displacement, because here we are calculating the formula of lateral displacement because it is denoted by D. So I will use one value. Suppose this angle I consider. This angle supposed to be I consider. Which angle supposed to be? It is theta. Don't be confused. And this O dash, and suppose it is our M. This triangle, this triangle. I need these two triangle which is in front of you. And if I will use, see in triangle O dash L, you can see in triangle from the given diagram, in triangle O dash L. Try to understand the calculation of lateral displacement O dash L. I will use the formula sine theta. Sine theta, we know that sine theta is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Sine theta is equals to perpendicular OL upon OO dash. Equation number 1. From this condition, I can get the value of OO dash. Sine theta, you can see this is our perpendicular and this is our hypotenuse. After that, here if I will use by second law, we know that sin I over sin r, it is equals to mu naught mu. So here I will use this same for this condition sin cos. Now in this triangle OMO dash, now in this triangle OMO dash, in triangle OMO dash, if I will use this cos theta, means theta in place of this r1, cos r1 is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Base is our OM and hypotenuse we have OO dash once again. And student, see, we know the value of OM, which is the thickness of this cos r1, is equal to T upon OO dash. Point clear? Now after that what I will do, I will substitute the value of OO dash, because here see one point, sin theta is equals to not OL, it is O dash L. I will use here dash also, O dash L over this one. So cos r1 is this. So we need to calculate here displacement which is O dash L. So O dash L is equal to, here I will change this O dash L, equal to D upon OO dash. Now the common value is OO dash. You can see I will write this value OO dash is equals to T upon cos r1. Now see, I will write sin theta from first. I will write sin theta is equals to D. In place of D I will write the value here, sin theta is equal to D upon OO dash. In place of OO dash I will use T upon cos r1. So see student, after that what I will use here, the value of D, which is equals to sin theta. See here, sin theta is equals to D cos r1 upon T. So here we need the value of D. So see in upside, the value of D is equals to sin theta over cos r1 into the thickness. By interchanging this, theta is in front of you. If I will see the value of theta, see student, this is the value of I1 and this is small value of this angle, which is called angle of refraction, is R1. So if I will say about this theta angle, listen carefully, this complete angle, if I see this normal and this incident, this is the original direction, one of the original direction. This is our original direction of, wait, this is the original direction of angle of incident, which is called I1 from this by vertically opposite angle, and this small is R1. So this theta will be equals to I1 minus I1 minus R1. It should be this. So here theta is equals to I1 minus R1. So now you can substitute the value. D is equals to sine I1 minus R1 from this diagram, I1 minus R1 over cos R1. into the thickness. So this is the formula for lateral displacement when the light goes from rectangular glass slab. You can use the heading for this derivation: refraction through a glass slab. Refraction through a glass slab. Point clear? Now see one point. If I will use here the formula for the condition as I have given here, the light is refracting from the glass slab, and in place of this glass slab, suppose I have more than two medium. Here we have two medium, air and glass. Suppose I can use here the third medium, water also. So the same condition will obey when the light will goes from one medium to another. Second means second to third, and third to first. So this condition is called principle of reversibility, and I will give you the formula of principle of reversibility, in which we will see what is the relation between the refractive index of medium. As I have see here, the next which I will give you the relation between the refractive index of these two medium. See, if suppose N1 is the refractive index of air, N2 is the refractive index of second, and third medium is also again air, so N1 is also, and V1 is the speed of light in air, suppose, and V2 is the speed of light in this medium, suppose, and once again this one will be the B1 because the medium is same. So here if we think about for first interface, see from the diagram XY, if we are using second law of refraction by sin I1 over sin R1 is equals to the refractive index of second medium. Here the second medium is glass because light is going from air to glass, over refractive index of first medium, which is noted by N21. Point clear? And if you want to write this relation in the term of velocity, you can use V1 over V2. Point clear, student? So this N21 is equal to V1 upon V2. Remember this point. Now for interface, for second interface which is X dash Y dash, I will use the again second law of refraction, sin I2 over sin R2, which is in front of you. You can write in place of R2 E, angle of emergent. I am using here R2 only. So it is equals to the refractive index of this second medium is now N1 and first medium is N2. So N1 over N2, N1 over N2, and this you can write N12. N12 is equals to N1 over N2 from this condition. So if we want to write this relation in the term of velocity, I will use the velocity in this first medium. Here when the light goes from glass to air, glass is a first medium, air is a second medium now in second condition for this given interface X dash Y dash. So it is equals to V1 upon V2. So if you will see these two relation, you will observe that N21, as I told you, it is equals to V1 upon V2, and you can write this V1 upon V2 in the term of V2 over V1. How it is? Like this. Point clear, student? This will be written in this form. So this value is equals to 1 over N12 from the second equation, you can see. So if I will see now this and this equation, I will use N21 is equals to 1 upon N12. This is very common for you. Don't forget this. And here I will use this relation like this also is equal to 1. This is known as principle of reversibility. Here the principle of reversibility only for two mediums when the light is going from air to glass or from N1 medium to N2 medium. This is the principle of reversibility for rectangular glass slab. I can write this formula for more than two medium also. Suppose the light, I will explain it later on. So before this, you can try to understand how I prove this relation and what is the meaning of this. Listen, this point is very important for you in the term of numerical. I can replace here N1, one medium. First medium, suppose I want to write, because it is air here, air. So I can write this two relations, or I can use in place of 1, in place of 2. In place of 1 I can write A for air. In place of 2 I can write glass, G for glass. So on the basis of this I can write this formula. I can write this formula. See here, N21 means glass to air. It is equals to Ng over Na, and as you know that, and N12 is equals to, 12 means air to glass, it is equals to Na over Ng. You can see this point clear. Now after that, if I want to write this relation, I can use the term Ang also, I can write Gna also, and you know the relation between these two, because this Nga implies N21, this Nag implies N12, and you know the relation N12 is equals ratio equal to N21. In place of N21 I can write, you can see the condition Nga is equals to Ag. Point clear? Or you can write this relation, principle of reversibility for two medium. This one is equals to Nag into Nga is equals to 1. In place of A, first medium is there, in place of G, second. So here one correction I want to write. See here, it is 21 by this. Point clear? N12 and 21 is equals to this. So this is the formula for principle of reversibility when the light goes from one medium to another, means light goes from rectangular glass slab, and about the formula we have discussed, lateral displacement. And if suppose we have more than two medium, then what will be the formula of principle of reversibility? Don't be confused about this. Suppose we have three medium, air, glass, water, then again air. So this is three medium setup we have. Don't be confused, I am not writing the detailed condition. You can follow the similar diagram for this by your own. And if I want to write, this is our first medium, this is our second medium, second, and this is our third. So see, first light will goes from first medium to second, then I will write N21 as I have written here. As I have written here N21, then light will go from second to third, it will be N32, and once again the light will go from third to first, so it will be N13. Means refractive index of second medium with respect to first, refractive index of second with respect to first, refractive index of second with respect to first, according to this condition, equals to 1. Means 1 and 2, you can write this one, 1 and 2 into 2 and 3 into 3 and 1. This formula is easy for remembering. So this is the relation between refractive index of first, second and third medium in the term of principle of reversibility. This formula and this formula is called principle of reversibility. Point clear, student? So if you want to write any two relation, it will be equal to 1 over 3 and 1. Means it will be equals to, in place of this, if you want to write, you can write, if this will go in denominator, it will be N31 13. See the relation, this 13 can be written as N31. Point clear? So this is the formula of principle of reversibility. So this is the condition which I have told you, the principle of reversibility formula. So for that, pause the video and note down, and remember and try to practice the all things which is in front of you. The remaining topics we will discuss in next video. Thank you and have a nice day.